Hi, I'm Linda from paperboutiquewithlinda.com. Today I want to show you a cute tag album that I created. I got this idea from Ginger at my sister's scrapper. I used tags and liners that I cut with my Silhouette Cameo, and I didn't use any chipboard for this album. First I'm going to do a walkthrough of the mini album, and then I'll talk a little bit about how I constructed it. I'm not sure you're able to see this from the top, but I wanted it to look like a little purse. So what I did on the top is I just used a brad to attach it, and you can take it out. One of the things I did for this particular mini album is I combined two paper collections. First, I used just a few pages from the Traditions by Samantha Walker, but mostly I used the paper collection, brads, etc. from the Yesterday collection by Lori Whitlock, and this was part of the collection. So I love the idea of just a little tag with a brad for a closure. And as you can see, you could tie a ribbon here to close it, and there's plenty of room inside to add more bulky items. And so if you made the book a little thicker like this, you could just do a belly band on the front too. Once again, this piece here is from Lori Whitlock. I did a little cut apart. I cut the tags using my Silhouette, and I'll show you how to do those in just a moment, but let me do a quick walkthrough. Stickers and cut aparts from Lori's collection, which I love, in a little pocket. And I love the chipboard accents. They just really add to it. And once again, these are all from Lori Whitlock. I believe this piece came from the Samantha Walker Traditions collection, the little yellow stripes. Again, more paper, more stickers. This collection is just so much fun. These tags were part of the Tradition collection from Samantha Walker. Sticker paper, this paper was from Lori Whitlock. Again, that's from Samantha Walker. I love the red. The craft paper was just some from my stash. I think I bought it. I think it's Recollections from Michaels. And I love the little My Story. And let me just turn it over. This again is a chipboard piece. And on the back, I used chipboard from the collection as well. And then this is another chipboard piece and a sticker, which I love the colors. This is from Lori Whitlock, and I believe I think this one's Samantha Walker's too. And on this particular frame, I used some pop dots. What's fun about this little book is you could actually use it as a Valentine's Day gift. It's perfect for little photos, or you could give it as a book just for journaling. I love the vintage look of it. And once again, another chipboard piece, and then a sticker, and then another place for the photo. And that's the book. What I want to show you is how I did it. I changed it quite a bit from what Ginger did at my sister's scrapper, but I loved her idea of the tags. So what I started with for the inside pages, like right here, I cut 10 of these, and 10 front and 10 back, because I had five pages. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm using craft colored paper from my stash. You can cut 2 of these tags per 8.5 by 11 inch paper. For this file, I used Lori Whitlock's Pocket Tag Mini Album, and the file number is 35841. I used only the tag and the liner piece. I grouped these two pieces together and then sized them. The tags in here are sized to 3.75 inches by 5.5. I wanted these to be small enough that I could use my 6x6 papers. I unlocked the aspect ratio box and typed in the sizes. So that's what I did for all of these pages. And like I said, I cut 10 of them. What's so fun about using your silhouette is you can just cut the tag and then you can cut the liner. You could also use tag graphic 45 tags or Tim Holtz tags or cut your own tags. Then I decided I wanted a pocket, but because the bottom was rounded, I decided I didn't really want a square pocket. So I used this file in my silhouette and I used the slice tool to cut the pocket. Then I just used glue to glue it like 1/4 of an inch all the way around to create the pocket. But I didn't want it to be too plain. This is just an example of how I size the pocket, and the pocket's just on the front of each one. But then I decided to use the slice tool in my Silhouette Cameo software, and so I did the scallop edge here. Here I just did a straight edge on the pocket, and here I used the scallop again. This time I just used a scissors. So there's you can, cut the pockets by hand, but I really liked using them on the Silhouette Cameo so I could match the round corners. Then what I did is, obviously I used, for the cover, I did a little bit larger tag. And I didn't want a pocket on the cover, so what I did is I just sized the outside tag to 4 by 6.644. And that is the size of the outside tag. I wanted the inside tags to be shorter, so really I just lengthened this file, but those sizes will work. Okay, so you can see these are the tags I cut, and then I cut these for the front and back. One thing I want to mention, I used the hidden hinge, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But you'll only want to put the hidden hinge, the tape on the front of the hidden hinge. And then on the back, wait until you've attached all the front and then put your liner piece on the back to cover it. Let me show you. It'll be a little easier if you see this. I created the hinge, like I like to make it 1/8 of an inch shorter than the tags. In this case, I did it 3 3/8 inch wide. And you can see the tags are, because of the rounding on the corner, it's actually a little bit smaller than 1/8 of an inch, but you can kind of play around with this. So what I was mentioning earlier is when you've got your hidden hinge, you're going to glue them to the front, and then you'll see this piece in the back. So you'll want to wait and put this liner piece on the back after you've attached your hinge. The other thing I want to mention is I did my wrap a little bit different. I'm not sure. Ginger's wasn't a tutorial. It was just a video walkthrough. So what I did, in this case, there's only 4, but I did 5. And I'll attach, or I'll put Ginger's video on my blog showing how to do the hidden hinge, and this was Kathy Ortis. I put another sheet of paper around it, just a little bit wider, glued it down with the score tape, and then I scored it like 3/8 of an inch here. And then all I did was just fold it up and then glued my tag like this to the front, and then I glued the other tag over this in the back. And it just made a really simple and easy hinge. What I discovered, since I didn't use chipboard, is it was a little weak with just the paper. So I went in on the bottom and just cut 2 more sheets of the craft cardstock, glued them together to give it more stability so it would stand up. One thing I do want to mention though is, one last thing, and I mentioned it before, is you could easily tie this with twine, ribbon. You could put twine and ribbon here. You can get as decorative as you want. And once again, if you have thicker pages and more embellishments, a belly band would just be so cute as a closure. Well, I would like to thank you. I'm just going to open this again. I would like to thank you for watching, and please visit me at www.paperboutique.com for more projects and ideas. Bye-bye.